Welcome back, guys. Hog here, and tonight we're going to be going over my Holy Shotgun Crusader build. Now in the past when we've done our guides, we've usually said that gear doesn't really matter. You know, you can start working on these builds and, getting better gear, but that's all changed for Reaper of Souls. And I mean, the first piece to start this build off is the Fate of the Fell. It's a legendary two-handed flail, and what it does is it gives you 2 additional rays that come out of your Heaven's Fury. So check this out. It does that, and that's the shotgun. You're getting that spread out in front of you. Now, the important thing about this build is, of course, this flail. You want to make sure that you're stacking on the holy damage. Another piece of gear that you're going to want to make are the Reaper wraps. You get that plan from killing the Reaper, and you're looking for the 20% holy skill damage. I mean, you can get 15 to 20. I just kept rolling until I got to 20. You want to use these because you're going to get that up to 30% additional primary resource when you pick up health globes, which really comes in handy. And this is another great piece to have. It's not mandatory, but it's great to have, is the Ring of Royal Grandeur. You get these from farming the bounties in Act 1. And that, what it does is it reduces the amount that you need for a set. So if it was 3 to complete the set, you only need 2. So if you were looking forward to get the Icons, which is the Crusader build, or the Crusader set that you want to use, you would only need 5 pieces instead of the 6 to complete the set. So I have 4 right now. So I'm still working on this build, but I got enough of it to get going. Alright, before we get into the skills, where do you want to put your Paragon Points? I put mine in Strength because I like the extra DPS and the extra armor. In this one, always the cooldown reduction because you can get, you want your cooldowns quicker. So that's definite. That's a must. This one, I always do the Resist All because, the more you can resist, the more you're going to stay alive. And this one I do life per hit. This one, you can do what you need to do, but life per hit seems like the best choice. That's just what I do. Alright, let's jump into the skills real quick. Alright, first off we have Justice, and I use the Holy Bolt just so I can get some healing. It's a ranged attack. You can kind of fall back and get some health back in a pinch. Then of course, Heaven's Fury with the Fires of Heaven, and that reduces it. It takes away the cooldown, and now it costs 40 Wrath to cast. But that is the build. It's the Holy Shotgun build. This is the go-to spell. This is your primary spell. Also, I use Provoke with Too Scared to Run. This taunts everything into you, and when they are drawn to you, their movement speed is slowed, and also their attack speed is slowed. But most importantly, it generates 30 Wrath. So this is what you're going to be doing with this build, is you want as much Wrath generation as you can have. Next we have Shield Glare, and I use Zealous Glare for the additional 9 Wrath per enemy hit. And then, you can also do the Divine Verdict, and that will increase the damage done to enemies that are blinded for 4 seconds if you're running into problems with that. But I stick with the Zealous Glare. And then your big cooldown is, of course, Akarat's Champion, and I do the Embodiment of Power just so you can have, of course, more Wrath generation. And finally, we have the Laws of Valor. And this is for the DPS boost. If you're having problems with the DPS boost, you can put on some of the other laws. Oops. You put on, I'm sorry about that. You can put on, the Laws of Justice or the Laws of Hope. And with this one, I'm going for the cooldown reduction, the Unstoppable Force, because I like to have those cooldowns as quickly as possible. And then for passives, of course, Heavenly Strength, because I'm using a 2-handed weapon. The Holy Cause, because of the damage increase, and you're getting a little bit of life back there. And this one you can switch out. I'm using this one for more life. Every Wrath spent I get some more life. But if you're having a problem with Wrath generation, you can also go with Righteousness. Then of course this one I'm using because I like the extra strength and armor from, you get it for everything that you have a gem slot for. So that's the build, guys. This build is great for farming. It's great for group play. I'm usually on Torment 4. I think I'm on Torment 3 right now. I'm not even sure what I'm on. We can check. I am on Torment 4, but you're looking to build as much Fury as you can and use your cooldowns off a cooldown, as much as possible. And once you start stacking on some of that the Icons set, you're going to find that you're doing really well with your cooldowns. You can keep Akarat's Champion up, a lot of the time. But I have not yet to do that, so but here we go. Here's a big group, so I'm gonna pop my stuff here, and I'm just gonna start spamming the Heaven's Fury right there, and you can just see that you're melting this stuff. Start running low, pop a cooldown to get some of that Wrath back, And that's it, guys. You're going to run through this, and you're going to find yourself that you're going to be able to do really well in rifts. You know, Crusaders are strong, and they have a great survivability. So guys, let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you guys are using a build like this with any different variants. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.